Hello and welcome to episode 3 of the CEO's Compass. This is a forum through which we get to hear firsthand a lot of messages that our MD and CEO wants to give to us. And today we will pick up a conversation or a topic which is very close to all our hearts, all about people. So let's go over and get him. Hello sir.
Nice to see you, Sonella.
Thank you sir, and thank you for your time once again.
Thank you.
Just before I start, you had mentioned once that you would like to be called by your first name. I will take the liberty to call you Vaidya today.
Of course.
Through the course of our conversation.
Of course.
Yeah?
It should be the way it should be because, it allows for a free flow of information, cuts hierarchies. So it's a good way to do.
Absolutely. So one of the many reasons that I joined the bank was not just about what the bank was doing, and I heard a lot about that from the market, but it was also largely about the conversations that I had in those few moments, which kind of left lasting impressions for me to actually join the bank. It's a startup, and a startup means a variety of things.
So before you go there, Sonella, so tell me, when did you join the bank?
I joined in 2023.
It's been over a year now.
Yes, sir.
So where did you join us from? What's your background?
Yeah, so I've been in HR for about, I've been in HR for about 20 years now. My pedigree goes to being a statistics honors with a master's in business administration.
Fantastic. So you were talking about the stage of the organization.
Yes, yes.
So, at this stage of the organization, the bank is putting the necessary building blocks of a team and building the people with the right skills, the right capabilities, the ways of working, the alignment of the people, hard work, drive, energy, motivation, wanting to achieve something, they all come together to make a bank and make a good team. And once we have a team that's aligned, that's basically talented and hardworking, then the opportunities are unlimited in India. So that's the way I think about it. So let's talk about building teams today.
Absolutely, sir. So is there anything that you kind of, I wouldn't say prioritize, but given that there is so much that goes into building teams, any one element that we can start with?
Like I said, there's so many things in building a team. We'll talk about that. Frankly, this meeting is for all the colleagues of the bank, right? We have a big team that's come about over the last maybe 5 or 6 years. And this message is for everybody, yes. Right? So I request all of us to watch this video and to imbibe what we're discussing today, because this is my opportunity to sharing with all of you the kind of team we are building in the organization and what to expect from each one of you as employees of the organization. So to your question, what do we expect? Let me start with the first thing. One of the things is that there should be strong domain knowledge in the role you're doing. Core technical knowledge, and different than let me say, a large evolved organization, which has already been there for 30, 40 years or 20 years. People may move and they still do well.
Yes.
But at this stage, horses for courses.
Yes, absolutely, sir. I think focus is key towards one objective. And I think domain skills therefore becomes the foundation block for anything that we start off with. But building on that, sir, beyond the domain knowledge, because which is what everybody, we hire the best from the market and we are getting, very bright minds from the market. What beyond that?
See, beyond hard work, let me also say that people should be smart working. If we give you a particular role and it's just working hard at what? So basically, to have the right tools, to have the right technologies, to have, for example, if you are a person in a branch, when you walk in, for us to customers interacting with you, to give you all the information about the customer is our responsibility as senior management to make it enable for you. And that makes our employees more effective. Otherwise, they'll do a lot of hard work, won't produce much. So absolutely. That's one of the things. For example, if you're in the loans business, our processes, our journeys, our paperless processes, digitization process, this is something we got to do as management to bring it to our employees. And that will make them more effective, and then smart work plus hard work plus the tools actually make it more effective than just plain hard work.
Whether I'll bring in another piece into the equation. the environment also consists of people, right? And how the environment shapes up, apart from the tools and this, depends a lot in terms of the people and the people interactions that we have, right? What is your take on that?
So we'll talk about environment for a second. Hey, by the way, I like that term out there. I saw this word ninja. Cyber defense starts with you. So, so since the team is observing this program, I'm delighted that our internal security team has put this thing out for you. To show that cyber defense starts with you, and I love the concept and the training that's going on in the bank. So coming back to your question, so in our bank to have people, since we're discussing people, right? To have a set of people who are pleasant to work with, to have a set of people who are let me say energetic, driven. Basically, when we do a 360, for example, I like to ask people, does this person motivate you around? But being with a person, does it energize you? These are things to consider. So we talked of people. So for example, I have noticed sometimes people, they're a pain for the colleagues. They may be very hardworking. They may be very hardworking. They may be very intelligent. They may know very good domain knowledge. It's a pain to people. I have sometimes seen supervisors who are, just difficult people to work with. Nobody wants to work with them. So it just makes their life difficult. So let me say, apart from the first three things we talked about, I'd say people is the next important thing.
I think you touched the right chords, and I think we've all, somewhere we've worked in environments like that. So, and I completely feel, I think, at least for the bank, I call it psychological safety, that you have that safety in your head that the organization is behind you, and you need to give your best at any point in time.
You need to give your best, because I tell you, this is a startup. This is an early stage bank relative to compared to let me say many other institutions who are probably already built for 15, 20, 30, 40 years. Let me say people who are around and see this bank in 2029 or 2030. By that time, I am sure we'll be beating all the records. Just the joy of working, and people enjoy it. They'll work from within, and that gives them some gives that extra lift to the performance.
In the spirit of working towards that one goal, one thing that I have heard you say in other forums also is this thing about goodwill that people need to have. Goodwill.
Goodwill, yes.
Right. What do you mean when you say goodwill?
Goodwill, you must have noticed, sometimes in your day-to-day lives also and professional life also, there are certain people, if they want something done, everybody wants to get it done for them. Yes. And for some people, they say, let the person go to hell, man. If I can avoid it, I'll. So, if people enjoy the goodwill, I think it's effective.
Absolutely. So, do you see, and this is something that I like to ask.
And by the way, this is this goodwill thing, I do spot it in people, and there are some people whom I say, out of my experience in the names I might have worked with, there are some people who are highly intelligent, काम भी करते हैं, मेहनत भी करते हैं, सुबह जल्दी आएंगे, रात को लेट जाएंगे. तुम्हारे काम करने से क्या होता है? बाकी लोग don't want to work with you. So it means they're causing some pain, some friction to the system. I know one supervisor who was micromanaging the subordinate so much. The subordinate felt frustrated. I'm not a kindergarten school. तो हर चीज मेरा देखता है, right? So and there was another supervisor I know that if the subordinate had go and talk to any peer institution or talk to some boss of the peer division, senior or even the boss's boss, मेरे को बताना, अच्छा क्या बात हुई थी, कैसे बात हुई थी, उसने क्या बोला था, तो so therefore such people then feel constrained, right? Or somebody's blocked a holiday with their family, right? And has blocked a holiday from the 1st to the 10th of the month or whatever it is, and they tell the boss, like, I'm going on leave. Not even say may I say I'm going on leave. A good gesture one boss will be, okay, जा यार, क्या है, happy. उसकी जगह पे no, ये है वो है, cancel करते हैं, I'm very unhappy. So these things cause pain and they don't cause goodwill. Yeah, I call it sharp elbows. Some people are sharp elbows. I don't like sharp elbows.
I hear what you're saying, Vaidya, and in this whole organization setup, right? Goodwill is not just internal, right? Whatever these things that you spoke about, it's not just about internal, but what we are inside is what we will portray outside to the customer.
It always comes out, what you're inside will come outside. Yeah.
True. And therefore, how do we bring this element of, or build this thing for the organization as a whole, that all of us, the way that we are internally, we actually start behaving like that externally with the customers?
It will come by itself, Sunila. See, nobody can hide. You know, the way you speak to me or I speak to you right now, we cannot practice a conversation. It just comes. So, if you're internally, not aligned to तुम्हारे दिमाग में कीड़ा है, कलंक है, कस्टमर को ऐसे चूना लगा दो, ऐसे लगा दो, फीस लगा दो, कस्टमर देखेगा नहीं तो फिर निकाल देंगे जेब से अकाउंट. Some people think like that. If they think like that, I really don't appreciate such people, and many people in this bank know. So really, they will pay a price for this. So therefore, when we think of customer, we being a bank, a customer first bank, that culture to say, यार किसी के जेब से ₹1 मत निकालो जो अपना नहीं है, ये बहुत important है. मैं किसी को तुम ₹1 मत निकालो. So this kind of a thinking मेरे तुम्हारे कहने से नहीं होता. It has to go. So ethical bank is not the motherhood general gyan. इसका purpose है. Then the 4 level down, some product manager, if they're doing something wrong with somebody else, the peer will point it out कि ये तो ethical नहीं है. So it is a bit of a blockchain check and balance thing that we are building a bank like that. And let me tell you, today we are not talking customer because that's not the subject of today's discussion. But let me just say that all the things we talked about, building a good team, just to sum it up, what is a good team? We're saying a team which is driven, motivated, talented, and let me say skilled. Let me say a team which where people don't have sharp elbows, they have goodwill and they all want to work together towards common goal. That kind of an organization is all not just management concepts like put to practice in a bank, right? So when we build a bank like that, and then we align a philosophy that let's be ethical and build a good customer products, innovative products, customer first. This team finally delivers to the customer. So I believe it all starts with the team. If the team is dealer, output will be dealer.
True, absolutely, sir. Very well said. And on that note.
So by the way, I can see playing cricket here, so I'm going to step out and play a little game with them. Oh my God, Acha, this fellow is also here. So he does a handshake also, right? Yes, sir. So does he? Hi. Hello. Handshake. Handshake. Sit him down. Good boy.
We've often seen you play. I can see a bunch of people that are here.
I can see today. So Sunila, your time is out.
My time is out.
I'm going to play some cricket here. Arre! हो गया, पूरा team आ गया. So Pooja, you too. You're going to bowl today. Well done.
But I think I'm very glad that we ended on this note.
Okay.
Because it actually beautifully brought out this whole thing about building teams.
अरे building team है, देखो ना star bowler कौन है? अच्छा, you also bowl, Pooja?
Yes, sir.
Alright, let me face your batting today.
So I will move away from the pitch and I'll see you back now. So here was yet another episode of the CEO's Compass.